Vibrillionaire soul greetings, soul blessings, beautiful Vibrillionaire soul family. Loving, living the Vibrillionaire lifestyle all day, every day. Loving, living, breathing. Take a breath with me. Being the Vibrillionaire lifestyle. 24/7. All day, every day. It is a lifestyle. I am Michael, and along with my wife, Alice, we are the founders and visionaries of Samadhi Sea of Wisdom Meditation School, serving both locally, humbly, from our hearts out of Yuma, Arizona, all over the world. And here at Samadhi, and also, especially, in life in general, we already know it's not always about positivity, it's not always about negativity. We are now realizing more and more it's about something much more raw, real, organic, substantial, much more pure, much more essential, much more genuine. And that genuineness, that essentialness, that aliveness is you. The real you were born, designed, and destined to be. And the secret is that you already are right now. The question is, are you in alignment with that? Are you in alignment with the genuine you that you were born and designed and destined to be? And if not, you can. And if so, thank you. Our life's mission, purpose, passion, drive, desire, inspiration, calling, breath, and life is to remind ourselves of that and to exemplify and mirror the possibility for others to realize that. Because this world needs that. And as I was on the barefoot break, the barefoot challenge, Kelly Garcia, welcome, blessings, brother. As I was on the barefoot challenge, which I invite you guys to join every morning at 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, for 15 minutes, they take a barefoot break. And you just ground. You just take off your shoes and you just ground. And wherever you are, we ground together. And this has been a movement that Ali and I have been, we began in January. And we hear about this amazing group of people that we know personally, the powers of love. And it's just been a beautiful thing to show up every day. What I wanted to talk about today is something that was inspired from David Feinstein on the Barefoot Challenge. An amazing soul. A very genuine soul. And the thing about it is knowing ourselves. And I want to ask you a question. Do you know your phone better than yourself? Do you know your computer better than yourself? Do you know your TV better than yourself? Do you know your vehicle better than yourself? Do you know your house or your home better than yourself? Do you know your business better than yourself? Do you know some organization or some structure better than yourself? Because if you do, then you're going to be very good at certain things. And as I talk, the trash is picking up the trash. So excuse the noise. Because if you know your phone better than yourself, if you know social media better than yourself, if you know certain factors better than yourself, you're going to be good at so many things. There's so many experts, but very few leaders. And it's time we reawaken more leaders in society. Because there's so many copies and copies and copies of copies, because we get so focused on being experts outside of ourselves that we are very little experts within ourselves. Most of society, and that's where mental abuse comes from, mental health problems come from, it's determining our reality based on what's happening outside of us. Determining reality based on some expert says that now is going to just be a deciding factor of how I think about myself, how I feel about myself, and how I think I know myself or not. And there's very, very little people in the world that know who they are. And if we look around us, the evidence is unfolding more and more, because the more we depend and we become subject to what other people think and what other people say, what other people do, it divides us more and more and more and more. And we see so much division in the world. But yet we are at a time and a place in life where so many people are coming together. So many people are deciding to say, you know what? Enough is enough. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I'm tired of feeling lost. I'm tired of feeling hopeless. I'm tired of feeling worthless. I'm tired of feeling depressed. I'm tired of feeling confused. I'm tired of feeling like the chaos in my life. I'm tired of it. And they're making a stand. And they're taking action. And I applaud those people. I thank those people, because those people are making a difference in the world. And I'm not saying who you are and what you're doing isn't important. Everybody is doing everything exactly what we need. But the question is, do we want that to continue? Because if it was needed, but it's no longer needed, it's time to make a difference. It's time to make a transformation. It's time to make a shift, because the world could be shifting around you. But the question is, are you making the shift in your life? Because if the world is shifting around you, but you're not making a shift in your life, then you're not going to shift with the world. You're going to be making a shift in your life, being stuck where you were. Continuing to be sick and tired of being sick and tired. Continuing to feel lost, hopeless, and worthless, which is not true. This is why we do these videos. Because that is the reason why our introduction is to remind you that you are genuine right here, right now. The question is, are you reawakening? Are you realigning to this? Are you becoming alive into this truth? Or are you believing what everybody else says? Because if you're believing what everybody else says, and you're believing what your brain says, then all you're going to get is duality. All you're going to get is polarities. And you're going to be up and down, up and down, up and down, and you're going to be moved by the tides and the waves of the conditions and the circumstances and the people and the places and the things that you have or you don't have, or the people that like you or don't like you, the things that go your way or they don't go your way, and you're going to be teeter-tottering in life. And this is the purpose right now, because the shift, the paradigm shift, the dimensional shift, the life shift that's happening right now is causing this to happen faster and faster and faster and faster, because it's shaking us up. It's waking us up. The question is, what are you doing about it? So, the topic was that we know our technology better than we do ourselves. Now, why is that important? Because the world is a testament to the division from not knowing ourselves. Just look around you. So many people that are experts are confused because they're just, 9 times out of 10, the information that you're seeing on social media is somebody who just seen some other information, who's seen it from somebody else's information, that just shared it, that just posted it. No research was done, no investigation was done, no life experience was lived, and we're sharing all this information that social media has become weaponized. And the majority are falling for it. Because very few people are awakened to their intuition. Very few people are awakened to the guidance within them. To the GPS, the navigational system within them. The intelligence within them. How would you love to know yourself at a deeper and more clear level? How would you like that? And I'm not saying that overnight you're going to know yourself so well, but how would you like to know yourself a little more each and every day? How would you like to have more clarity in your life each and every day? How would you like that? And not waiting, not dependent on a person, on a relationship, on an organization, on a business to work or not work. Because guess what? The storms are not going to stop. That's the natural process of life. Just look at the animal kingdom. If you look at what animals have to do to survive, they have to migrate for hundreds of miles. They have to survive in extreme conditions. We have it easy. Humanity has it so easy that we don't have to fly 200, 300 miles to be able to leave our eggs and then go back so that our species can survive. Humanity is the species that has it the most easy. Everything has been conveniently, technologically designed for us. Every comfort that you can think of, we have. You can open up your faucet, depending on what country you're watching this from, of course. But even if you look back 100 years, 500 years, 1,000 years ago, we have so much comfort and accessibility and convenience like never before. But yet, why are we so divided? Why are we so full of chaos and confusion and fears and insecurities and anxiety? The 99% of the world, 99% of their day is full of stress. And then we wonder why there's so many sick people. Then we wonder why there's so many people that are prone to violence and prone to vengeance and prone to judge other people so they can be justified in their decisions of what they think is true, what they think is right. Because remember, in Samadhi, it's not about right or wrong. Right or wrong will be based on what your life experience tells you, based on what your perspectives and your beliefs and the programs that you grew up with tell you. And for example, if I have a white person or a black person, and I'm a black parent or my white parent or a black parent, and I tell this white person I hate this black person for these reasons that make sense, and I tell this black person I hate this white person because of these reasons that make sense. Or I tell this person that has this life choice to not like this person that has this life choice or not life choice because they're wrong and they're right. This is what's divided us, the right and wrong. The feeling of justified, the feeling to be justified, the feeling to belong. Because we've lost our way. Because if we don't belong within ourselves, if we don't know ourselves, if we don't tap into who we are, we're always going to fall for the noise outside of ourselves. And that's what's happening. That's where the majority of the world, with one click, can align with the movement that destroys families, that destroys businesses, that even sways the movement of politics. I mean, this has already been proven. They did it in the last politics. They did a test. And they've seen how social media can be manipulated to affect people to choose one or the other not being true. They do this in other countries. Wars are started now because of social media. And you guys have seen this. You know, I can be an influencer and I can buy paid ads and I can influence people to buy into what I'm selling. This is what countries are doing on a global scale to get people to like one country and to hate another. I mean, come on, people. We are so disconnected from ourselves, and that is causing so much division in the world. So what Ali and I are doing is not small. The more and more I see around the world, the more that I see that this is something so necessary, is to bring people back within themselves. Because we think we know things. But do we really know things? Are we only relying on the knowledge, the logic, because of what somebody else said or taught me, or the experience or perspectives, or things that were done to me, the abuse. So then now I'm going to hate men, or now I'm going to hate women because of what was done to me. Now I'm going to hate because I grew up in a Christian background. Now I'm going to despise, this Christian religion because of the judgment that I had to put up with when I was a kid. Meaning if I wasn't saved, I wasn't good enough. That does something to somebody. You tell somebody, and I don't mean to get into religion or anything, but I'm just talking from life experience. I mean, if you are in a religion, don't tell somebody they're wrong because they don't make a choice. Show them with love. Show them with compassion. Show them by being the best version of what your religion is. Don't tell them what they're wrong at. Don't tell them that they're going to die and go to hell and suffer for the rest of their lives, because I guarantee you that didn't work for me. And I guarantee you that doesn't work for a lot of people. Because the more you push on somebody, the more they're going to want to push back. So the reason why I'm sharing this is why we're seeing this all over the world. More push, more convincing, more pressure. And this is why people are not knowing what to do. And because they don't know what to do, they're going to fall for the Kool-Aid wherever they can. They're going to fall for somebody's expertise. Take a breath. So as you breathe in, notice what I did. I always remind every time I get this opportunity that a jet went over my head, and I could have been upset because I didn't get to talk. But guess what? That was my choice. And that little choice that I just did, it is the reason why we can bring peace into the world. We can we can reawaken the peace, the love, the compassion in the world. Because I can get upset at that jet, and that little action will promote bigger actions that I'll get more angry. I'll become more anger, I'll react to more anger, I'll react to more frustration, I'll react to more impatience, I'll react to more judgment, I'll react to more separation, I'll manifest more division in my life and those around me. One person makes a difference. You make a difference. So what was the purpose of this video? Is to invite you to join the Samadhi private classes and or groups. We have groups that we just started yesterday on Thursday. We also have private classes that if you can make that investment and you're able to transform your life on a private level, I guarantee you'll never be the same. And you ask any one of our students and they'll tell you, they'll testify to that. They'll be testament to that. And this is not me boasting. This is me because I've transformed my personal life and I know what's possible. And then we started our group classes yesterday on Thursday, which is a very minimal investment. And we have our 16-week course that now we're at the halfway mark that you can come in at a discounted price of half off so you could take advantage of transforming your life and stop waiting for someone or something or some organization or some business or some political party or some movement or something outside of you to change your life. It's time you take the responsibility to transform your life. And note, let me note this, very important, okay? Because when I say knowledge with a G, I mean inner gnosis. I mean the eternal awareness and the aliveness of the wisdom and the intelligence that flows through you and all of life, that flows through a flower and it causes it to blossom, that flows through a tree and it causes it to be this mighty tree, that flows through all of life, through the sun, through the moon, through the galaxy, through the stars. It flows through all of life and it flows through you. You are not an exception of the perfection of life. Now, if you're judging perfection based on what other people have told you, you're never going to relax and allow the perfection of you to flow through you because it's already flowing through you. But how you judge it is how it's going to unfold in your life. And that is the center the source of all dis-ease, meaning not in alignment with the intelligence and the love and the wisdom that you are. Balance is key. Balance is key. Message us to find out how you can love living the life that you are waiting and you were born to live. Message us how that you can be at peace and you can be Thank you for that reminder to breathe. So life is always reminding us to take a breath, to relax and restore and rejuvenate from the inside out. So if you would like to love living your life by design and stop waiting and waiting and waiting, and the more effort you put outside of you, the more you try to do everything the best way you can outside of you, the more you try to help others outside of you, you feel like it's not good enough, then it's time. Because you know what? It's not this person's fault. He sees me doing this video, but guess what? He has a job to do, and he gets paid to do that job. So I can't judge others because they seem to just not care what I'm doing, right? Because that was me before. And I can even smell the gas. This is the conditions of life. These are circumstances of life that are always going to happen. You can't stop them. People have responsibilities. People have things they got to do in their life. And how egoic would it be for me to tell him, hey, can you stop? I'm doing a video right now. Or what is your problem? Because this is why people are so much in conflict. Because they think that everybody's got to stop for them. And the question is, are you stopping for you? Are you taking a pause for you? Are you relaxing for you? Because nobody is supposed to relax for you. Everybody has their business. Everybody has their life. But if I just take care of myself, and no matter what happens around me, as this guy, this amazing, beautiful, amazing soul is doing what he needs to do. He's taking care of this yard that over time, if he didn't, that yard would attract pests. and it would attract scorpions and snakes and things like that that would cause more damage than now that he's taking care of that yard. So don't judge your environment. Don't judge the people. Don't judge the places and the things outside of you, because you're always going to build habits that you're always going to look for something or someone to judge. Life is going to happen, and there's nothing that we can do to stop the cycles of life. What we can do is we can manage and we can master ourselves. We can take our breath. We can bring our awareness back to ourselves. We can awaken a skill and an art and a mastery that you were designed and born and destined to awaken. The art, the skill, the mastery of the miracle and the magic that you are. So, start today. Thank you, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this live. If you want to be a part of our groups, on Thursday, twice a month, a minimal investment, we're making it easy for everyone to join us. Because this is not... And as I said that, now the plane is going over as he cuts the grass. It's very simple. Life is so simple. I'm going to get a little closer and you're going to see my face in the camera. Life was meant to be loved and lived. We've overcomplicated life. Look how much technology, look how much ease, comfortabilities, convenience we have in life. But ask yourself a question. Why am I still frustrated? Why am I still insecure with the things that are happening around me? Why do I feel worthless, hopeless, powerless, confused, anxious, depressed, tired? Why do I feel these things? And the reason why is because you've forgotten who you are. You've forgotten what you're made of. You've forgotten the potential and the profoundness of you. And that's okay. I'm not saying this for you to judge yourself. We've all been there. And I'll tell you, anybody that's doing great work in the world, anybody that's very passionate and very purposeful, had to live through this for us to come to where we are. So don't judge where you are, because if you're going through great tribulations and great challenges, that's because you got a greater calling. That's because you got a great calling. We all do. It's time to step into that. So if you'd like to know more, message my wife, message me, and we'll get you started. And we're here for you. We're here for every one of you because we do our work. I don't need to do these videos. I could just relax and surf and enjoy the life that I have. I can go and get a job and just be comfortable being uncomfortable. But the thing about it is, I was born for something great. I was born for something much greater than myself. And that is to take everyone with me that's willing and ready. That is to leave a legacy. That is to leave a path, a journey for people to come back to themselves. And for their children's children to be able to get this information, this awareness, this blessing in their school, in their church, in their life. That they don't have to hunt in question every day. There's got to be something. There's got to be something. That I feel something. I know there's more. I know there's something. But they don't got to ask that question anymore. And now it's conveniently and purposefully given to them. Because that is my hope. Not just my hope. That is my knowing that we are about to awaken that. That the schools of the world are going to teach consciousness. The schools of the world that are going to teach self-love, self-mastery, and to awaken this brilliant, intelligent, wise, loving source within us that is the wisdom and the intelligence and the intuition and the clarity that our children need. Because just imagine if our children don't have this, Where are we going to be 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now? We're going to destroy our own world. We're not going to destroy the world, but we're going to destroy our own environment of our world, because the world is going to keep going and it's going to keep creating. The question is, do we want to enjoy what we have? And if we do, it's time. So share this video. Share with those that you know, your family, your friends, your community, because the more people we can get into our group, the more people we can get into this group that we're designing, so that we can talk about the challenges of life and how we can really step into those challenges and really transform our lives and really be self-guided, self-directed, self-conscious leaders instead of followers, instead of copies, but be leaders. And each one of you has a purpose. Each one of you are designed for something much greater than you can imagine. And if you wait, it's causing the world to not experience what it's meant to experience. The choice is yours. It's time. Join me. Join us. Because this group is not just for Ali and Michael. This group is to connect people and to bring our resources and our talents and our love together. Because this is what we were born and designed and destined to do. We can't do it alone. So join us. Either join us privately and we'll get you into the group. Join us on the course. We'll get you into the group. Join us into the group. Because we're creating magic here. We're not creating. We're manifesting magic, because we're already the creation of magic. We're already the creation of miracle. We are the greatest miracle. You are the greatest miracle. Goes another plane. Actually, helicopter. I don't even know. It sounds like both. So, thank you everyone, because you are a miracle. You are magic. Don't wait for it to happen. It's already happening. I mean, think how contradictory that is. I'm waiting to see a miracle. But that's what I asked when I was long ago. I said, you know what? Unless I see a miracle, unless I see something, I'm not going to believe. The whole time I had to look inside myself. If I would have just looked inside myself, I would have seen the greatest miracle of all miracles. So look inside yourself and awaken not the knowledge of the external, waiting for something logical to happen, but look inside the Gnosis, the knowledge of you, the G-N-O, the knowing of you. And you won't have to wait anymore, because you never had to wait. I'm gonna go tell that guy thank you for showing up and doing his work, because he brought a greater message than that plane that went over my head. And see, and I'm not gonna boast, but I'm just gonna give you guys an example. Imagine when I go and tell that guy that he's used to maybe other people saying, can you keep it down? You know, I'm in a session, or, you know, I'm on a call, or I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And if we go over there and we say, you know what? Thank you. Thank you for doing your job. Thank you for doing such an incredible job at cleaning people's yards. You know what? Thank you for you know, adding to this live that I just did, because you know what? You just brought a greater message. Imagine how this person's gonna feel. Because I used to do landscaping, and I know that some people are, you know, not happy with the noise. And anyways, my point is this. We've become a society that is so easy to go and judge someone, to assume. Because in the Barefoot Break, we talked about the 4 agreements. And if you haven't read that, please go read it. It's amazing. But we take so many things personally, and we assume so much. And at the end of the day, are we being impeccable with our word? Meaning, are we being impeccable with how we want to be treated? Because if you're treating others how you wouldn't treat yourself, then you're not being impeccable with your word. And I'm not saying this to judge you. I'm saying this so you can get out of your own head and get into your heart, because the more people love themselves, the more we're going to be in compassion, unity, and love in the world. And the last one is, are you doing your best? Are you doing your best? Are you getting up out of bed? What investment are you doing in your life? Are you binge watching on Netflix? Are you getting stuck on social media, liking and commenting and liking and commenting? But what are you doing with your life? And are you looking at others, as I would do, and sometimes I still catch myself doing, looking at others traveling all around the world and saying, man, I would really love to do that. And in living through somebody else's dream, because that's great. You know, I applaud them. They're doing great. They're living life. But instead of living in a dream, I more so disconnected from social media so that I can live my life now. Because that's great, they're living their life. But if I don't invest in my life, then I'm always going to live in a dream instead of living my life. So if that sounds like you, I mean, I'm going to ask you to turn off social media one day a week. Just turn it off. Because go and watch The Social Dilemma on Netflix. Because Ali and I, we love to watch documentaries. And this was recommended by an amazing student of ours, Dave Parrish. Love you, brother. The Social Dilemma is going to show you how this has been designed to be used against us. Very powerful people, very, billionaires and millionaires with big businesses are using this so that we can get stuck on the phone and keep buying. And most people are not living their life. So much suicide has been a result of social media. So much depression has been a result of social media. So much conflict has been a result of social media. Now, I'm not saying it's bad, but when it's not used responsibly and purposefully, it becomes a weapon. So we can turn this around and share this video. Share other people's video. Share Daniel's video. Share Ali's video. Share all these other people's video that are doing great work in the world. Instead of sharing about politics, instead of sharing about conflicts, instead of sharing about all this other stuff, share about what's going to uplift humanity. Share about what's going to unite humanity. Share about what's going to bring a vision to humanity that humanity has been waiting for and they don't even know it. Rick Royal, thank you for joining us. Hector Ortega, thank you for joining us. Please share this video. Please share this message. And please help us bring more people into our group, because our group is going to help the world bring back the Gnosis, the awareness of each individual soul. And together we're going to come together and we're going to make this a potent force that the world has not even seen yet. And this is the shift that I'm talking about. This is the transformation that you've been hearing about. More people are waking up, reawakening. More people are starting to take their life by their own design. And they're taking the wheel of their vehicle. They're taking the pen and rewriting their story. They're taking the bighorn and they're directing their own movie. Because it's your movie. It's your story. It's your book. It's your life. It's your journey. And together, we can make this a beautiful thing. So with that, message Ali, message myself that if you'd like to be a part of either private classes, the course, just to let you know, we're halfway through the course. Get it on a half off discount. And if you'd like to join our 2 times a month group that we are uniting people together, please join us. We need you. We need every single one of you. We can't do it without you. We're going to do this no matter what, because Ali and I have been through so many storms, and the storms are still going to come. We know that. We're not afraid of the storms because we know where life really is. We know where life is really happening. So, thank you, everyone. Love you all. Blessings, and have a great day. And this was supposed to be 5 minutes. So, at least it's 30 minutes and not an hour, because I'm going to do my best to keep these short. So, I love you all. Daniel says, thank you, Michael. Blessings. Thank you, brother. Love you, Daniel. Thank you, everyone. Blessings. Make it a great day, because really, it starts with you. Don't determine your great day based on what you watch and what you hear. You consciously rewrite, redirect your story, your movie, your life. Blessings. Namaste. Now I'm going to go love this guy.